The largest and most dangerous organism on Arrakis is the sandworm, capable of reaching 400 meters in length.
When someone mentions Dune, what pops into your mind? Is it the desert sand, the spice, the politics, or the intrigue? Or the massive monsters called sandworms? It's sandworms. It's sandworms we're going to talk about. So everyone's talking about the latest Dune from Denis Villeneuve. Rightly so, because it's fantastic. But Frank Herbert's Dune is considered one of the greatest and most influential science fiction novels of all time. And the huge sandworms inspire similar monsters in other stories. And don't worry, we'll talk about them in due time. But first, what was Herbert's inspiration for the sandworm? Well, apparently, it's a dragon.
Is like the ancient dragon guarding the treasure in the cave.
So as usual, everything goes back to Lord of the Rings. Alright, let's now look at the different sandworm variations and then we can decide which one we like the best. Exogorths, better known as space slugs, made their appearance in The Empire Strikes Back in 1980. Now, they're silicon-based sentient species that reside in the tunnels of asteroids, and apparently they're patient and peaceful creatures who take pride in fostering a harmonious ecosystem inside their bodies. The first Dune Sandworm was appreciated in David Lynch's 1984 film. Now, the monster is huge with a heavily armored and segmented skin. Also, in this rendition, it has a trilateral mouth, which means 3 parts. I looked it up. This was inspired by an illustration by John Schoenherr, an artist whose work was admired by Frank Herbert.
Damn sandworm for 13%,
The snake-like sandworm from Beetlejuice lives in a realm called Saturn, which is accessible from the afterlife dimension. With their xenomorph-like 2 mouths, these creatures can eat ghosts. The Tremors franchise is a collection of American monster comedy horror movies and a related spin-off TV show. It's about worm-like creatures named graboids and their adventures. They're a little bit smaller than our previous entries, but still can terrorize our beloved Kevin Bacon. The sandworms in the Sci-Fi Channel Dune series are a bit different from the 1984 Dune movie. So instead of trilateral mouth, they have one inside of another. But not full face like in Beetlejuice, more like another set of teeth. They also have huge scales, making them easier to ride. Jeff from Men in Black is a giant worm-like alien. Well, he has a friendly eyes and a smile with 4 parts to his mouth and many sets of teeth. Now his favorite thing is to slither through the subway system, and just like Paul Atreides in Dune, Agent J rides the creature. Sand serpents are the main heroes of the 2000 American horror film Sand Serpents. They live beneath the desert floor of Afghanistan. They're like worm-like with grey segmented bodies. Their mouths are round with a couple sets of teeth, and we can see they like eating helicopters. Wereworms are mystical creatures from The Hobbit, living their lives in the last desert to the east of the Shire. They weren't in the books, but we did see them in the movies. Their mouths have 5 parts, so maybe Peter Jackson wanted to be better than David Lynch with his like three-month Sandworm. Also, they scare Gandalf.
Werewolves.
Planet Dune from 2021 is a movie for enthusiasts, and as the title suggests, it was probably inspired by the original. And now their sandworms aren't as big or as scary as the other ones, and they can be killed by just one person with a stick. But just like in the original, they are rideable. In the 2020 film Love and Monsters, the heroes fight against Queen Sand Goblet. It's another take on the worm-like creatures, and this time it comes with tentacles at the side of its mouth. You also have a spike, so when it's tunneling, it looks like a shark. And of course, we finish with the latest Dune from Denis Villeneuve. In his adaptation, sandworms are godlike creatures, fast, powerful residents of Arrakis. And I particularly liked the sound of the monster. It's deep, it's guttural, and yet there's something human about it. Now in part 2, we can finally see the heroes riding them. Sandworms are particular monsters. They like being in the sand, living their lives, relaxing. And it's safe to say that it's usually humans that disturb their environment, so it's no wonder that the creatures fight back and eat them. But rather than deciding which sandworm is the best, I think we should strive for equality and diversity. Because each sandworm is perfect in its own way, and they deserve our love and respect. Thanks for watching.